Good morning. I am kicking off the Richard Wilmore Show this morning with a meditation for all of us. And here's the beautiful thing, we're going to do about a minute together. I want you to know, if you've never meditated before, you can't mess it up. And there's no right or wrong way. I know sometimes we get a little bit nervous about how fancy, meditation needs to be. All I'm going to ask you to do in this minute together is close your eyes if that feels comfortable. Get comfortable wherever you are. Feel your feet on the ground. Take a nice breath in. I like to hold it a little bit at the top and then take a nice deep breath out. So as you do that, as you sink into the rhythm of your own breathing, you're starting to come back in to your awareness, this mindfulness coming into who I am right now in this moment. It's nothing fancy you have to do, just feeling that in-breath and out-breath and using that rhythm. And you can say to yourself, in and out, to give your mind something to do as you ground. And grounding just means, again, feeling your feet, whatever they're touching this morning. I want you to imagine you're like this beautiful snow globe that has been shaken up all your sparkly pieces. And as it comes down to settle, those are all the parts of you. So as we start to breathe in and breathe out, if you get lost at all in the meditation, just come back to that breathing, come back to the sound of my voice. And this morning, we're going to do just a very short meditation called loving kindness, because I believe personally, as we practice this, we will be spreading it and sharing it the world at large. And who doesn't on this Monday morning need a little bit of loving kindness? So as you just kind of slow down, drop your shoulders, allow your body to find that space of relaxation. I love to close my eyes, by the way. As we do that, I want you to imagine somebody you really love. Well, this could be a partner, a spouse, a child, a family member, a friend, a fur baby or friend. Could be somebody walking the planet or maybe not with us any longer. And I want you to imagine this beautiful ball of light that is at your heart, this energy of love, however you feel it, whatever color it is. And I want you to imagine sending out this beautiful ball of light to this person that you're thinking of. So it is just like almost like a falling star sending this energy. May they be well. May they feel love. May they walk today with ease and grace. And as we send out this beautiful energy, I want you to now think about directing it to yourself. So again, this beautiful ball of loving energy, letting it expand, and letting yourself feel this love. May I be at ease today. May I be well and safe in the world. May I know joy today. And again, whatever words you want to use as you bring that loving kindness into you. We're going to practice with one more, and that is, I want you to think of somebody maybe you don't like as much, somebody that maybe you've had some issues with on the planet in your life. And we're just going to practice again, sending them loving kindness. So may they be well. May they walk today with ease and grace. May they feel safe as they walk in the world. May they know love. feel joy. For wherever we are in each moment, we're all doing the best we can. So we can send out that love to people anytime. You could do it to a stranger, somebody that you are having a little bit of challenge with, people you love, and never forget to send it back to yourself. You can start with yourself, you can end, but we can even send this loving kindness out to our neighborhood, to our city, to the state we live in, to the area surrounding our state, to the country, to the oceans. We can go all the way across the planet and the globe, include all the continents. And again, may we know joy, may we walk with ease. And as you do this, just allowing yourself to feel that groundedness, closing the meditation. I always love to close a meditation with just a little bit, one small thing I'm grateful for in this moment, and then come back gently. So instead of just rushing right into the next thing, giving yourself a little bit of a 60-second transition between being in that very connected space of mindfulness and awareness, and then coming out and back and feeling, hopefully, that little bit of energy that you got from the meditation. So thank you for doing that with me this morning. It was so much fun.
Make your day richer than it was before. Got some good times knocking upon your front door. It's the Richard Wilmore Show.
Get in on the action today with Stacey Andon.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Richard Wilmore.
I always get sad when the clapping stops as soon as I get on the screen. It makes me feel sad. I need to kind of maybe fix that. Stacey Andon, thank you so much for starting our Monday off like that. I'm so thankful for that.
I love it. And I think sometimes people think meditation has to be this long, complicated process. Well, we can do that. You could do that at a red light. You could do that walking your dog in the morning or before you get out of bed. It's just something very, very easy to follow. You're just sending love out, receiving love in, and allowing that energy to start your day, to end your day, maybe give you a little boost at lunchtime.
I love it. I'm very excited to say that Stacey's going to be back every month to play with us. And so Stacey is a master certified life coach. So every month, send in your questions. If you have questions for her, we'll talk about it. Or you could join us on screen and we can talk that way. But what is a master certified life coach?
That's a great question.
In 30 seconds or less.
I've had a lot of training and certifications, number one, in life coaching. But what is a life coach? To me, it's the guide in your life that a client said this to me. I think it's great. When you're inside your own life, right? And you're trying to read the label on the outside and you're having difficulty, right? Maybe you're in a relationship that's not working, in a job that's not working. You're just feeling stuck, but you're not sure what that label says to do to get yourself moving. A life coach is a perfect person to be on the outside of the jar and help you discover what it is to do in terms of taking the next step. It's not the person telling you what to do. A lot of people think life coaches are like advice givers. No, it's about you accessing your own wisdom and knowing, again, what is the best thing for me to do in this moment. I don't know, but I absolutely know lots of ways to help you discover that.
And we can figure that out together. That's the
Yeah.
fun. Is there?
It's not fun that way. You can, all of us can do it alone, but when you have a coach, it accelerates the results usually, and the coach can hold the vision for whatever it is you want to create when fear and doubt and all that stuff seep in, which is normal. We have human brains. They're going to, they're going to take us on some
I
detour.
love I love working with you because when we're done with our sessions, I've usually cried like good tears because I've realized something, and then where there's usually an action plan, and you're great at follow-up. Richard, did you do that? Richard, hey, how's that going? And if the answer is no, I haven't done that, it isn't like you're punished. It's like, okay, well, let's figure out why we didn't finish that.
Yeah,
And
let's
that's
get
even some more
serious.
fun. Yeah, exactly.
You know, I was a teacher at one point in my life, which I know you know that. And I always tell clients, hey, this is not homework, like you're going to get in trouble with the teacher, because we do worry about that, right? Other people's judgment becomes such a motivating factor because we don't want to let somebody else down. But really, it's just information. It actually could be the thing we need to know what's happening between what you want and why you haven't taken that step.
So before COVID, you were obviously meeting people in person. That's what's fun about Stacey's. You can go for walks with her. You can go for coffee with her. It isn't like you're sitting in this sterile office trying to figure out what's wrong with your life. And now you're all virtual.
All virtual.
Yeah, how has that been for like connection with people?
So interestingly enough, years ago when I was working for the Chopra Center as a coach, they had put us all in kind of a Zoom. It was maybe pre-Zoom, but similar to. And so I got really comfortable using that medium. And I actually sometimes the Zoom is actually better for people than being out in public because, to your point, you're processing an emotion, which you might not know you're going to do until we get somewhere. It's nice to be in the privacy of your own home, right? It's nice to be in a space where you feel safe and you feel comfort so that there aren't somebody else at the next table. Not that they're meaning to eavesdrop, right? But that there is a little bit different vibe there. So I actually find I like to be on camera because there's this energy container that we can create. There's still the body language and the eye contact and things like that. So as much as I do love to be out coaching out in the outdoors, absolutely. I didn't really skip a beat because I did a lot of this already.
Yeah, as someone who actively does eavesdrop at the table next to me, I will say that it's very nice to be on camera where no one's listening to me. Yes.
Exactly, right? Because
Yeah.
you're not going to tell me. A lot of times what I find as a coach is people really want to say out loud a truth that they haven't wanted to say out loud before. So you need privacy for that.
Yeah, it's
and
so
somebody
true.
that you trust. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to talk, because we're running out of time, but I want to talk about your Facebook group, Love is Everywhere, which I'm a part of. And it's like little moments throughout the day that I get the notification that I'm like, oh, cute. Oh, like they're just like cute little things throughout the day that I love.
Yeah, so I started the group because number one, I think a lot of social media it pulls people down and it's draining. I wanted to create a private free group that was energizing, supportive. If people really want to live and not be a victim of their life, they really want to use love, but they want to be honest. How do they find the tools? How do they find the places where other people want to show up and do that with them? So that's the community I've created. And I always welcome more members. So if you're watching this and you're interested, come check us out. If it's not your jam, you can always leave. There's no pressure anytime. It's for fun.
It's a great group. Am I the only male in the group?
No, you're not.
Okay. I should get everybody who's a male on your Love is Everywhere group on this show.
Yes.
We can talk about that. That could be fun.
All the people on the planet, right? If you can learn how to live using love in real life, not love like airbrush Hollywood movies, everything's perfect, neat bow, but real life love, everybody, I'm all for it. This is what I want to do.
That could be so fun.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to start coming on once a month, which I'm thrilled about. Can you tell us like maybe some of the stuff that you might be talking about, or like if people have questions about certain things, what they can contact us about and we can talk to you about?
Absolutely. So I would love to hear what people's questions are about what is the biggest thing that's really feeling heavy right now. I mean, with COVID, there's a lot of mental well-being issues. Let's dive into some of that. Let's talk about how we can absolutely navigate in a way that helps us feel better. So I love to talk about self-care and not the manicure self-care, not that I'm against manicures, but really intuitive care that will help support you not just today but through months to come, years to come, that kind of stuff. But relationships, jobs, kids, lots of times people are asking me how they can get their kids to do what they want them to do.
You're not a miracle worker.
Spoiler alert, stay in your own lane, although I know there's some coaching around that. So to me, it's whatever's blocking you from really feeling like you're waking up in the morning and you're like, I love my life. Most of us wake up and just feel kind of mediocre toward it. So whatever that is that's causing some of that mediocrity, that's where I would love to dive in with your guests and your participants.
I love it. You're giving something away to everyone who's watching. Everyone gets access to that.
It's like, Oprah, you get it, you get it. Everybody gets it. So what I have found is in a 30-minute coach call, you can absolutely get a result for something that is gnawing at you. And I want everyone to be able to get that, no strings attached. So you can absolutely sign up for this free 30-minute coach session with me. If you've never done it before, I would love to help you untangle something in your life.
And it's a very long address to get there, so I'm going to put it in the chat right now.
Perfect.
And so everybody can click on it and go there and get an appointment with you. Stacey Andon, I love you.
I love you too, my friend.
I will talk to you soon, and I will see you next month on the show.
Can't wait.
You're the best. Thanks, Stacey. We will be right back with actress Meredith Thomas.
Foosballs. Funny name, serious plant power, healthy whole food goodness in one single bite. Wineria SA. Let's enjoy some great vino together. Let's do a virtual wine tasting, enjoy exclusive artisan wines, and join the club. Neon Castaway. Handmade accessories for a colorful life. Teenus. Handcrafted, farm to cup, organic, quality. The Classic Theater, creating excellent theater in San Antonio, Texas that is relevant, diverse, entertaining, and transformative.
Don't forget that at the end of the show today, we're going to pick a winner. So if you like or share the show or heart the show or do whatever on Facebook, you get entered to win a prize from one of our sponsors. So make sure you do that. This is my crown. I was prom king in high school 20-some years ago, and I stole it. Usually you have to give it back, and I stole it. All right. Film, TV, theater, comedy, philanthropy. My next guest does it all. You've seen her in some of your favorites, FX's Feud, Bette and Joan, CW's Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, CBS's The Bold and the Beautiful, and two of my favorites, TBS's Angie Tribeca and FX's Nip Tuck. I love those shows. She's helping us get in the Christmas spirit with 3 upcoming movies on Lifetime and the Ion channels. Please welcome Meredith Thomas. Hi, Meredith.
Hi.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for getting up so early with us.
Yeah, it is. I forget that Texas is 2 hours earlier.
Yeah, I'll make it quick so you can go back to sleep.
No, there'll be no going back to sleep this Monday. So don't,
I saw you in the green room when Stacey was meditating, and you were also meditating. So I love that, and I hope it helped.
Oh, she's awesome. No, I love that.
She's great. So, hey, I just saw, I think on your social media that you are maybe new to the vegan world.
I've been vegetarian for 4 or 5 years, and during that time, I've always kind of called myself an aspiring vegan. Mm-hmm. So, ultimately, that is the direction that I want to totally be in. I'm not there yet. Mm-hmm. So, I kind of just give myself a break and say, anytime I can make the vegan choices, do that. It's actually become pretty easy. In Hollywood, it's pretty easy. I used to think, oh, I just don't want to be a pain to anybody. Well, just request that vegan lunch. It's actually available. So it's become a lot easier. So yeah, I'm on my way to being full vegan, but not there yet.
I've been vegan for about like a decade, 10, 12 years, something like that.
Wow.
And so I say, any way you get there, just thanks for being there. So you take your time. I'm an awful cook, so I can't give you any tips on that. But I'm sure out in LA, you'll have way more options than here in Texas.
Yeah, lots of options. So there's kind of no excuse other than my kind of just laziness of like just the commitment to just go full force. So.
Yeah, everyone either says to me, "Oh my God, how do you live without cheese?" or "How do you live without burgers?" I'm like, cheese was hard. I'm from Wisconsin, so cheese was life. But yeah, so
yeah, cheese is hard, but they have some amazing vegan cheeses.
Yeah.
So I think I think it's going to be burgers. They have so many replacements. I don't miss burgers at all. I don't miss meat at all.
Yeah. You have been keeping busy to not care about if there's meat around. You have what, like 27 movies coming out in the next couple months, I think?
Yeah, like 27. Yeah. I have 3. A couple of them I can't say exactly because I'm sure that they're just working titles that we're working with. The one that has been announced is a romantic comedy called Save the Wedding, which is super cute, and I get to play the quirky mother of the bride. I joked on social media. I was like, I went from always a bridesmaid to mother of the bride, like that.
Whoa, what happened?
So that was super fun. Actually, during the pandemic, once it was safe to come back, we jumped in on that movie, and it was a really welcome break from the one that I had been working on that actually we safely stopped right before the shutdown in LA, like 3 days before we stopped one. And that was a Lifetime thriller, and a lot of craziness is happening in that movie. And so it was nice to come back from the quarantine. I think I had like 79 days that I was safer at home, as we put it in LA, and to just do something light and romantic and fun. Finished the thriller and then jumped right back into another Lifetime thriller. A lot of drama, some pretty dark characters, but that's fun. I was always like Sandy, but I wanted to be Rizzo, so now I get those opportunities to play Rizzo.
Yes, I love it. You are in a lot of Lifetime movies. What do you love about working with Lifetime?
I do love the pace of it. One of the first few times I was on Lifetime movies, I was so impressed with the soap opera actors, because I got that there's a pace that you have to be moving at because we shoot them so quickly. And as I've said before, you kind of live a lifetime in those days on set, like every emotion imaginable you're portraying. So I really am like, wow, how lucky am I that I go to set, I live a lifetime in a couple of weeks, then I'm done with that, and then I start another one. So for a girl that doesn't like change all that much, I have a lot of change in my career, so that's nice.
Well, some people don't know is like when you're filming a movie or a TV show, you don't do it in the order that it's written or that you're watching it. You're doing it so your emotions, I'm sure, are up and down all day long.
Yes, all day long. Yeah, you have to have a pretty good sense of the character in the script and their arc, because yes, often you'll shoot the final days first where the characters already become transformed into something else, and And I've at times had some arguments with directors like, no, you can't change this now. I've built my whole character on this. This doesn't make sense. Please don't do that. Like, it's like, like I'm the one that's going to be looking like a bad actor if you make my character do this now.
Yeah, no kidding. Do you have a release date for Save the Wedding?
That's a good question. I haven't been officially informed, but there may be a date on IMDb if anyone wants to check that out. There may actually be a date there. That's the one that's been announced on IMDb. I'm going in tomorrow morning to finish some of the additional dialogue recording on the latest thriller that I did, and the others I've already done. It's been interesting because a couple, like for Save the Wedding, I literally sat on my bed and did some of the voiceover stuff, because we're safer at home. So I was recording it, and I actually started to go back into voiceover booths and get some stuff done there.
I love that people are figuring out how to be creative even sitting at home. Like, it's so exciting to me that everyone's being so innovative right now. I love it.
Yeah, it is. We kind of thank goodness for all of these ways that people are stepping up and things like this. And I'd never Zoomed before COVID. In fact, I've been using my iPad so much, you can probably my messy office. I had to get all set up for this because I'm usually just like sitting in my living room on my iPad.
You could have totally done that for us. I would have been okay with that.
No, I've had the challenge.
You have some Christmas movies coming up that I'm so excited for. It's very tough, which I'm sure you find in California. I'm from the Midwest, so I'm used to 4 seasons and I'm used to snow, and now I live in Texas, and I'm like, how do I get in that spirit? And thankfully I have things like your movies to get me in the mood. So can you tell me about any of those? I know you worked with Chevy Chase on one of them.
I did. So that was the first kind of big TV Christmas movie that I did. And that one's really special because that was pretty much my introduction into the whole television movie genre, which is amazing. Like, it really did all start there. So, and the amazing thing about Christmas movies is they come back every year. So at least I know I'm going to have something on. So worked with Chevy. That was or Ion. So I guess we're going on 4 years ago I worked with Chevy, and that was just amazing. One, because it was a Christmas movie. I got to, and I'm from New Hampshire originally, Alaska and New Hampshire, but that's a whole other show. So I get you. California, the years just blend together because we don't have those seasons. Like, I have to mark my time with, who I was dating or something. Like, when was that? So I got to go to Buffalo, New York and shoot this amazing little Christmas movie. And when I went to Buffalo, attached. So I just had this lovely, supporting role, couple of nice scenes in this movie. And as time went on, it was a Christmas miracle. Suddenly Chevy was attached, and then they wanted to tie Chevy in more into the movie. So they wrote me another scene, and then they wanted to tie Chevy in more, and they wrote me another scene. And it turned out to be such an amazing experience. And then from there, I did, for 3 years in a row, I was lucky enough to do a television Christmas movie. I did a small one for Lifetime the year after that called The Ugly Christmas Sweater. And then I did another one for Ion, which is called A Christmas in Royal Fashion. So it was the year that Harry and Meghan got married and everything was royal. And I loved that. I got to play kind of a little bit of the villain in that. So of course, all of those will be back this year. Didn't shoot a Christmas movie this year. A lot of Lifetime thrillers. didn't get to do the Christmas movie, but we were pretty much in lockdown. Normally they shoot in about August, so it's like 100 degrees here in LA, and I'm in a little wool blazer and walking around.
Of course. Well, this year you got to be Rizzo instead of Sandy, it sounds like.
Yeah, I get to be that's really fun. Really fun. I play people with a bit of an edge though, anyway, because it's hard to hide from the camera. So if you have a little bit of that, it picks it up. So that's good. Things interesting.
We have a clip of Christmas in Vermont. So we're gonna show it.
Yay!
You canceled their Christmas bonus checks. My investment firm won't like that.
No, I included the bonus checks into their employee severance package as a gesture of goodwill.
Looks like you scored big. Congratulations.
Ms. McCormick.
Please, just call me Dana.
Of course, Dana. Did you need to see me?
Well, I just wanted to hang back for a few extra minutes and talk to you.
Talk to me about what?
Holding firms like Bullock and Barnes tend to only look at the financial side of companies under their control.
I know that.
I would be lying if I said that I approved of what we just did to the Flacco company. Laying off 150 people at Christmas time. It's not the kind of business I enjoy being in.
I know.
You did what they asked you to do. I just hope you don't start liking it.
I want to.
Can
we just have a viewing party? Can we have a viewing
party?
Yeah,
we should. Oh my gosh. Well, years ago, I did this movie. It was not very good, and I don't think anyone will be mad at me for saying that because they'd all admit it. But I did this. It was the pre-Sharknado. I did this movie called Week. So obviously a take on the Discovery Shark Week. But anyway, and so it was the shark movie that this company did right before Sharknado came out, and it was not good, and then they happened to release it on DVD on my actual birthday. So one of my best friends threw me a Shark Week birthday party with shark cakes and little shark gummies, and it was so bad that I killed myself off the movie. I was like, okay, I gotta go home. Like I don't. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna literally jump the shark on this one. But we had, and then we all watched it, and then as soon as I'm dead, like he leaves the room and starts eating cake. They could not bear it anymore.
That's so funny. I could talk to you all day. You are so busy. I want you to come back. Hopefully you'll come back and talk to us about the FYC Independence, what you've done with that, all of your theater work. I know you work a lot with animal rescue. I think you're an amazing person, and so I'd love to chat with you again.
Of course, happy to get up another day. It's a good reason to wake up on a Monday.
Okay, good. I'll at least do it a couple of months away, so you have time to not. I won't make you wake up every Monday with me.
Okay.
All right, Meredith Thomas, everyone. Make sure you check out Ion for Save the Wedding. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. We will be right back with Henrietta Hernandez.
Lick Honest Ice Creams. Know what you're licking, y'all. Made in Austin, Texas since 2011. Unique flavors inspired by what's in season locally. Go Vegan San Antonio, a vegan comfort food truck located at The Block in San Antonio. Rebel Designs, handcrafted sterling silver jewelry designed by Shelley, inspired by nature. The Right Fit, style, makeup, and fitness, taking the stress out of getting dressed.
Welcome back. My next guest is helping raise money on October 24th for Dress for Success, and she literally just left the green room. So I'm going to read this really slowly while she comes on. She's on her phone, and there she's back. Okay, Dress for Success, which is a local nonprofit that offers job preparation, employment retention, and career development programs to low-income women. You can also see her hosting her own show, Tasting San Antonio. Please welcome Henrietta Hernandez. Hello.
Hi, Richard. How are you?
I'm super. How are you?
I love this whole virtual thing. I'm like, I wonder what this button's for and this one's for. And then I pop in and out like Endora from Bewitched,
Is that what you're doing? Oh, you're bringing yourself. I know. This is a great platform for virtual stuff because you can do so much with it. It's really exciting.
Yes, I love it. I love your show. It's amazing.
Thank you. I was actually on, I don't know if you remember that I was on your radio show when I first moved to San Antonio.
Yes, I do remember. We had a blast. It was fun chit-chatting and talking behind the mic and just familiarizing ourselves with the whole city of San Antonio and the craziness of it all.
And that's where I met Christy there, our mutual friend Christy, who I love. She's so sweet.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So I want to talk about what's happening this weekend and how you got involved with Dress for Success and what you guys are doing.
You know, Dress for Success was something I became very passionate about. Working with women, inspiring women, and empowering women, and that's really what it's all about. And for a while, they were also working with men. They work a lot in the community with different groups, like the Battered Women's Shelter. They work with the Veterans Association, the Haven for Hope for the homeless. Because since COVID has hit, many more people and families have become homeless, and they've had to restructure and find new careers and new opportunities so that they can survive. And what Dress for Success does is provide a platform for them so that they can be inspired, and they use computers, they put the resumes together, they look for classes where they can sign up for certifications and look for different types of career opportunities that this particular person may be suitable for. And not only that, but they go a step further and they provide clothing, gently worn clothing, actually a lot of designer stuff, because we get a lot of donations from different people who have high-end clothing, suits, business suits, attire, so that they can be able to use such of this clothing for interviews or day-to-day work. So we have usually maybe 4 or 5 fundraisers throughout the year of VIP nights where people make their donations, or they come in and they do shopping, and it's wonderful success. It's been a real good success. Now this year we'll be doing casino night, and because of COVID, everything is kind of turned upside down. Everything is virtual, so it's very hard now. We've had to put together a show. And as you well know, putting a virtual show together is for 30 minutes is tedious. Can you imagine doing for 2 hours? And you're like,
yeah, I just did a gala for a nonprofit I work with, a 2-hour gala. Yes.
Oh my gosh. How long did it take y'all to work on yours?
About 4 months, 5 months.
And y'all were already preparing then for a virtual gala when the COVID started?
No, we were doing an in-person gala. And then it was like, well, maybe we need to do a hybrid, like small group. And then it just kept getting worse. So we were like, we need to do this all virtual. But the fun part is you get to do whatever you want because no one's done it before. Yeah. So you get to be super creative, which you guys are being. But the other part is like, no one's done it before. So how do you do it?
Right. And so that's the big thing. The big thing about that was, oh my goodness. And these ladies had no clue so far as who to call, what to do, how to put it together, putting a run of show. And so I kind of had to direct that part and find the right people to pull in. So October 24th is going to be the day. And so I encourage you to log on Facebook, Dress Book of San Antonio. And you can also go to the website to register, because they got a lot of nice gifts that you can bid on for raffle tickets or for silent auction. Some of the best things you get, especially for your friends for the holidays, is silent auction. So you can log on to Dress for Success San Antonio on Facebook, or log on to www.successfulconnections.org and attend the event. And check it out virtually. And if you do a nice little donation, you can be invited to the VIP champagne party, which is a very small group, like you said, Richard, where they can it'll be like everyone runs in and runs right back out. It's going to be one of those things, But at least you get to dress nice for like 20 minutes,
I know. Under this is just a pair of shorts. So, yes. What else is going to be happening that night?
Casino night. That's really what they're going to be focusing on. Some of the big things that they're going to be giving away in a silent auction is the Oregon Lodge trip for two round trip airfare. Also, a Leon Springs Grill restaurant. They got a lot of dinner for twos. James Avery, just for logging in, you get a James Avery gift bracelet just for logging in and registering. So even if you register, you'll get a nice little James Avery gift. Thank you, James Avery, for being so nice.
Yes.
But come on out and see us, and I look forward to seeing you. Or if you make a nice little donation, $1 will do. Gosh, 100 people donate a dollar. That's $100, or 1,000 people. That's $1,000. So
that's what I tell people all the time. Yes. I'm going to put up the graphic here. There's a QR code. So if you're watching this on your computer, you can use your phone, put the camera up to the QR code, and it'll take you right there. The website, all the information is right there. So screenshot this right now. I'm going to give you another second to do that so you can look. You host a podcast? You host your own food show, which I want to talk about, because one of the things I'm excited about San Antonio moving here was how much great food. So you host Tasting San Antonio, which you can find on Facebook.
Yes. That kind of fell in my lap. My friend Hollywood and I we're old radio DJs, and since everything has gone social media, it's just become so many platforms for us to do things on. And of course, I love food. You saw me eating tacos backstage. So I love the food thing. Tasting San Antonio was something that we can showcase mom and pop restaurants, and some of the eateries here in San Antonio have been hit hard also because of COVID. So this has become really good for us to bring back the business to the small restaurants and businesses. I do also a medical show, because I'm also a nurse. Mom said I wasn't going to be hot forever, so get a real job. And so I got my nursing degree, and I do a podcast called Living a Good Life. And you can also see that on Facebook, and also go to livingagoodlife.org, and we'll do a show, and we have already stuff in the can. But so that's been one of my inspirations too. So you know what? You're doing fabulous, Richard. This is what we were made for. Keep the community aware of the things that are going on. Yeah. Keep the spirit, inspiring people, and loving each other. So this is what we were made to do.
Well, you're an inspiration, because you're always super busy and involved and in everything, and so supportive of everything San Antonio. So I appreciate you taking the time to come talk to me today. And I could talk to you all day too. This is like a powerhouse woman show. And I was putting together all the graphics, and you were
Richard, I got ideas for you, honey. I got ideas for you. We're gonna talk about you maybe doing a fashion show and helping Dress for Success out, maybe for next year.
And I've done fashion shows before. Yeah, sign me.
You are gifted.
I'll be there. All right, thank you, Henrietta.
Bye, sweetie.
Bye. I put up the wrong graphic for her. This is Henrietta. I'm going to keep her on for one more second so you can see that too. I need a producer. All right. Thanks everyone for watching today. We're going to give away something. You saw the commercials. And so if you like the show on Facebook, if you share the show, if you heart the show, just don't thumbs down the show. Otherwise you get removed. You get put in my crown, the giveaway crown, and I'm going to pick someone to win. Random person. I'm not looking. Lots of names in here. Penny Raffini, you win. Well, it's Bushaw, but I know her. She has two last names apparently. Penny Raffini, you win. So you get to pick. You're not in San Antonio, so some of them you're not available to get, but some are great prizes that are virtual or can be shipped to your house. All right, everyone. Guess what? I have to leave now because I am presenting at a national for the National Organization of Arts and Health conference this week. And so I now have to go give a presentation on virtual arts and health. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you to all my guests. Thanks to everyone who supports it. Henrietta's waving back there. I love you. Meredith, thanks for staying on and watching. I know that Stacey is getting new gutters today, so it's probably loud and she left. So thanks everyone. We will see you next week.